Hey everybody, Happy New Year. Coming to you with a message. Trying to get this right. So my goal in 2019 is to get my phone position right. Because what I want to do is, hope I didn't pause it. Okay. Yeah, so what I want to do is let you all know that I am celebrating. Check is here. I am opening it. Half of it is already open, but I said the rest of it I will do right here online. See, one thing about me, I'm not one of these YouTubers that is regurgitating other people's stuff. Whatever I talk about, I do. Just like with the credit. And I'm going to do the same with real estate. Let's see if we can see. There you go. I believe all personal stuff has been hidden. There you go. There you go. No tricks, no treats. Great way to start 2019. My message for you today, one is, like I said, whatever I talk about, I do. And so my message to you today, I did a, silly me, I did a video the other day talking about financial prosperity during the government shutdown. And playing around with my channel, made a mistake, selected the wrong video, and I deleted it. So unfortunately, the video's not there. I tried to contact YouTube to get them to restore the video, see how that goes. But it's been a few days. I still don't have it. But anywho, just want to be able to share with you, financial prosperity does still exist. And with so many people threatened with no work if they're government workers during the government federal shutdown, and then there's a good chance that individuals will lose their food stamp their food stamp pay. We are truly living in real times of the Hunger Games. And how does one protect themselves with everything going on around them, doom and gloom, and people are still prospering financially? Let me tell you this. I wholesale this deal to a real estate builder, and he is still looking for more deals. He is still looking to spend more money. And so my message to you today is who are you surrounding yourself with? Financial prosperity is all around us, but unfortunately, you have to surround yourself by people who are doing what it is that you want to do. And so, I will touch on a little thing about this particular wholesale deal. After saying that, this was a real estate probate. That is what I do. I know a lot of the new age millennial gurus are not big on direct mail or whatever, but this was a direct mail campaign, and the person was anxious to sell, and I was anxious to put it under contract because I knew I had someone to buy it. And so so there you have it. Very simple process in terms of what it takes to be able to generate the check. The hardest part is having the mindset to know that you can do it. And I can't stress this enough. Mindset is 80% of the results that you will get in anything, whether it's real estate, whether it's credit, or what have you. It starts with that. In that video, No, I just got an alert, so I was reading it. In that video that I said that got deleted, I talked about the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. And so it applies here. Your success with anything, many people are like, well, how are you able to do this and generate the checks and this, that, and the other. And a lot of people concentrate on the how to. Don't get me wrong, the how to is necessary. Yesterday, went to a the real estate group that I network with and that I invested in. I was talking to a few people, told them about the deal I just closed on. And they said that, how are you able to do it? And so the one thing that I could stress to anyone who is looking to embark in real estate wholesaling is to stick to one thing and master it. What I find with social media, everybody is looking at what everybody is doing, and don't get me wrong, they all work. Whether you're doing bandit signs, whether you're doing cold calling, whether you're doing pursuing short sales, whether you're doing pre-foreclosures, whether you're doing bank-owned properties, whether you're doing sheriff sales, whether you're doing probates, whether you're doing absentee owners, all those strategies work. But the thing is that you have to stick to one thing and master it. And what I find is that everyone is looking at what everybody is doing. So, oh, this person got a check in probates. Let me check that out. And then the next week they're like, oh, well, this person got a check in pre-foreclosures, and let me check that out. And last night I was listening to a call with a company that I'm associated with. I've told a lot of you people about it, about rebuilding your credit, learning about personal finance and financial literacy. But anyway, the owner of that company talked about, climbing mountains and how, instead of just sticking to that one mountain and just go ahead and climb it, many people get halfway, get midway up the mountain, realize that it's a little difficult, they face a little opposition, and boom, they move on to the next shiny object. And so my message to you today is my goal for 2019 is to have $30,000 months or more. And I know it's going to be possible. I already know what it takes, and I'm just going to ramp that up. I'm going to already scale it. And so it's right there at my reach. So I'm not really concentrating on the how to. I already know what I need to do to be able to generate $30,000 for myself a month, and for my business and real estate on the low end. And of course, am I shooting higher? Of course, but that is what I'm doing on the low end. And I got some other things in the pipeline that I'm working on that I'm looking to close on this month. So I say that to say I stick to one thing, and it goes. And I've used this principle even with credit. I can't say it enough. 100 ways to skin a cat. I only stick to what I know. There's a lot of people on here, on YouTube, on the social media space, who can give you a lot of tips and strategies on how to rebuild your credit. And don't get me wrong, they may all work. I don't go through people's content trying to figure out what's right or what's wrong. I stick to what I know, what I have did, what I know I can do to rebuild my credit, not looking at everybody else. And so my message for you with real estate is, if you're looking to embark on real estate wholesaling, stick to one thing, master it, and go get your check. And the same thing is with credit. If you're looking to raise your credit score, the same thing. Find somebody that you can model, that you can follow their tips, follow their strategies, and go get success. Success is at your fingertips. We are now entering in a new age. Thank you. Hey, Happy New Year. Make sure you watch the beginning of this video where I show you, Matthew, about one of my big successes that I got in the new year for real estate. But my message to you today is we are entering in the true Hunger Games. And it's feast or famine. Yes. It's feast or famine. There are people who are going to be thriving, and there are people who are going to be just surviving. And You need to do whatever you need to get into the circles of those who are thriving. Me, I'm a big advocate. If you have to pay to get in circles, you pay to get in circles. If you need to invest to get in circles, you invest to get into circles. Do whatever is necessary for you to get access to information. If you think that someone is just going to pour into you, or you're just going to get insight on stuff just because it's not fair, because a lot of people are just riding on that fact. Oh, it's not fair that, certain people are living like this and certain people are living like that. And since it's not fair, those who are doing good need to do this. I'm going to tell you, if you go into 2019 and onward with that mindset, you're going to suffer financially. You're going to suffer financially. You do whatever it takes. And like I said, you don't even have to invest in me. I'm not selling nothing. I'm not selling no real estate education. Exactly. You got to pay to play. I know my time is valuable. So, I know the value that I can provide to others. I know the value that I provide to myself. And like I said, value is thank you so much, Lady T. Value is in the eye of the beholder. And so, yeah, there are certain people who may find value in what I say, and there's certain people who don't. But those who don't see value, I won't allow them to, make me feel small or guilt me into just doing things just because that is how they feel. So I'm going to leave this message with you today. If real estate wholesaling is something that you want to do in 2019, like I told you, I'm not talking about it. I'm showing receipts. You got people out here on YouTube that's saying they're doing it. They ain't showing no receipts. And I feel like this. We live in a day and time. It's so easy to manufacture a very great personality. Yeah, I mean, it is so easy. I don't do nothing fancy. I don't have no high power camera. I don't have no high power background. But one thing I do when it comes to credit or with that, I show receipts. I'm not rehashing stuff. It's a lot of people, they got the fancy backgrounds, all this other stuff, and thank you. And you be just wondering, well, are they really doing stuff? Are they really doing stuff? Like, they don't never show nothing, but they want to say, oh, due to privacy, they not it's up to you. Like I said, I'm not here to scrutinize, but I had that quick message that I want to share with you all. Like I always say, please, I don't even know anything about quick claims. I mean, I know people do them in real estate. I don't, so I don't know anything about it. When it comes to deed transfer, a lot of people, what time is it?
It's 3:22.
Okay. A lot of people in real estate, they do a lot of deed transfers. I've never been one who is interested in doing my own deed creation. I rather pay an attorney, because see, I don't want to get myself tied up in no type of fraud or no homeowners telling me I did this or I did that. So I'm a big advocate of yeah, 683 is good to get into real estate depending on what you want to do. I'm actually doing wholesaling, so it doesn't take credit or cash. But if you're looking to get into the field of real estate, it depends on what you want to do. Real estate is so broad. And so I just hate to hear people make their decision on getting into real estate due to a credit score, because there are so many other ways you can get in. You can get in, if the house has equity in it, you can do you can get some hard money. You can get people to lend you the money. If the deal is good enough and there's a lot of meat on the bones, it ain't hard to get somebody to get you the money. So what do you want to do? Are you looking to hold on to it? Or are you looking to rehab it? If you're looking to rehab it, there's meat on the bones, it's full of equity. I mean, I don't know about your market, but my market here in New Jersey, there's guys and gals who will jump on that all day long. You know what now? That is a Georgia. I know Georgia does that. You can buy at the courthouse. That doesn't work in New Jersey. New Jersey is a judicial shit state. They ain't selling nothing in no courthouse steps. In Jersey, it is, I'm getting the terminology mixed up. But I will say you can buy houses from the court, but there is a process. I know states like Georgia and a lot of other states, you buy right at the courthouse steps or what have you. You got to know the rules. Yeah, see, Matt said that's big in Georgia. Those rules don't apply in New Jersey. So there is a process because New Jersey is a homestead state. So it's not easy. That's why I said individuals who live in New Jersey and New York, they shouldn't really have no reason that they lose their home because it's a judicial state. I hope I'm mixing it up, but I have to go. And we were just really getting good on the questions. And if there's any way that I can help and talk to you, I would love to talk more about it because I want to see people win, man. I mean, the same way with the credit, I try to put as much content out there to help people win. But what I found is a lot of people, that stuff backfired. So anybody's house in Georgia don't pay their taxes. I guess, I don't know too much about the rules in Georgia. I'm up here in the Northeast. In Jersey, everything is a process. The strategies work, but it is a process. But I do have to go. I have to be somewhere at a certain time. And I don't have I don't have a tripod in my car, and I'm scary. I don't like doing no videos driving. I know people do it, but that ain't me. I can't do it. I'll end up looking the other way or something. But like I said, I'm looking forward to talking to you more about real estate. Lady T, there's people doing stuff in California. You just got to know the market. I mean, I know Northern California is cheaper than the southern part. So you just have to find your place. And Top Elite, I'm not sure what you meant about 3 days and 1 year. But anywho, I would love to talk to you all, but I really have to go. But I'm gonna try to hop on later, and hopefully I can get some people and answer some questions. So until the next video, yes, peace and blessings. Thank you so much, Matt. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye bye.